Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Good day.
The Great Reset. What does those words do to you?
I see something shutting off and coming back on, a reset.
And perhaps lights out, and then when it comes back on, the world is forever changed?
Forever, ever, ever changed, yes.
Well, we have globalist Klaus Schwab making a big statement here, and he made it clear that transhumanism is an integral part of the Great Reset when he said that the fourth industrial revolution is going to lead to a fusion of physical, digital, and biological identity. Does that not send chills down through your body?
That is really actually disgusting.
And he's talking about implantable microchips that could read your thoughts. And this is from Zero Hedge, which, those words now are a naughty word, pretty much. As we know, they were banned from Twitter and then got reinstated. It's a different world we live in right now, guys. It's rapidly progressing. And the Great Reset is attracting a deluge of fresh attention in the aftermath of the CV-19 pandemic.
Well, doesn't it feel like they're just taking our organic abilities and then copying them to 3D?
Yeah, they're mimicking what's going to happen naturally. It's almost like this way they could just get out ahead of us.
Yes.
Get ahead of that curve, and people won't even know that they would be developing these abilities naturally because of the times, because of getting out of the Kali Yuga and heading into a new age of enlightenment. So it's very, very deceptive in so many different ways.
Oh, it's horrible.
And manipulative. So, yeah, this is some scary stuff. You got Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying it's an opportunity for a reset. And, of course, him and Macron over there, we know they're just cronies. These guys are just cronies. They're little puppets with smiling faces. The agenda is primarily based around dismantling the current capitalist system in favor of a greater centralized technocrat rule, which will lead to lower living standards, less fuel consumption, fewer civil liberties, if any, and the accelerated automation of jobs. However, another key aspect to the Great Reset, or the Fourth Industrial Revolution, as Schwab calls it, is merging man with machine. There you go. That's the ultimate goal there. And so, yeah. It's to me, yeah. No, there's no way I want a part of it. I don't want a chip in my hand so I could just not carry a wallet, or not take your phone anywhere, because you're not going to need your phone. You're going to be able to do everything right from your body.
Yeah, you'll be able to just look at the palm of your hand and punch a couple places there, and then everything will come up for you. It's going to be like the Jetsons.
Yeah, on steroids.
Yeah.
So Schwab explains with excitement how the upcoming technology is going to allow authorities to intrude into hitherto private space of our minds, reading our thoughts and influencing our behavior. He goes on to predict this will provide an incentive for law enforcement to implement Minority Report style pre-crime programs. As capabilities in this area improve, the temptation for law enforcement agencies and courts to use techniques to determine the likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt, or even possibly retrieve memories directly from people's brains will increase. Even crossing a national border might one day involve a detailed brain scan to assess an individual's security risk. Schwab also waxes lyrical about the transhumanist utopian dream shared by all elitists that will ultimately lead to the creation of human cyborgs. Fourth Industrial Revolution technologies will not stop at becoming part of the physical world around us. They will become part of us. Indeed, some of us already feel that our smartphones have become an extension of ourselves. Today's external devices, from wearable computers to virtual reality headsets, will almost certainly become implantable in our bodies and our brains. And Schwab is openly endorsing something the media still claims is solely a dominion of discussion for, you know, people like us.
Right, exactly. Just people like us. Yep.
Yeah. Active, implantable microchips that break the skin barrier of our bodies. The globalist hails the arrival of implantable devices that will likely also help to communicate thoughts normally expressed verbally through a built-in smartphone, potentially unexpressed thoughts or moods by reading brainwaves and other signals. So in other words, the fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identity relates to the transhumanist singularity, and a future where people have their every moment tracked and every thought read by an implantable microchip. If this isn't, you know what, then they're openly telling you this. Now, we started to make a video yesterday when we were out hiking, and the phone had like 60-something percent charge still, and it was 60 degrees out, and we got like 5 minutes into making the video, and the phone shut down. And now this morning, the phone won't come on, and it's a new phone.
Yeah.
Which I do regret kind of getting, and we're going to pay off ahead of time and ditch, as we both want to ditch the smartphones and go back to, you know, one of those old burners.
Yeah, something a little simpler and a little less intimidating.
A little less intrusive.
Yes.
You know, Army-funded algorithm decodes brain signals. You know, this is all right here. This algorithm is part of an effort to eventually establish a machine-brain interface. So a new machine learning algorithm can successfully determine which specific behaviors, like walking and breathing, belong to which specific brain signal, and it has the potential to help the military maintain a more ready force. Oh, yeah, sure. So this goes into talking about how, you know, just think about it, what soldiers will be able to just walk into a dangerous situation and think to each other and hear each other clearly because they're online, brain to brain.
Again, you know, taking over our organic abilities, and we do not use these abilities, they don't get strengthened. It's just like a muscle.
You know it's going to be in the military first. You know it probably already is in the military right now. Creating super soldiers, you know, remember that old movie Universal Soldier? I had you watch it.
Actually, no.
Oh, yeah, that was an old Jean-Claude Van Damme one. But they were actually reanimating dead bodies of soldiers, and then just chipping them and everything.
Oh, yes.
But you know, here this is going to be done not with soldiers that are already passed on, but alive.
Right.
And it's all about this. It's that machine-brain interface. And so, you know, technology, again, where soldiers don't even have to talk to each other. You basically have a full link without ever uttering a word.
That's just creepy as creepy gets.
Alexa can now guess what you're going to want before you even ask for it. You don't even have to say it. She knows what you're thinking.
No, I believe it.
You know, and we've told you guys about that, well, twice, where we had talked about things, never put anything into the computer doing a search, and then ads started popping up for exactly what we were talking about. We were talking about like a dry sauna, like one of those Scandinavian dry saunas, and Cindy said, I'd love to have one of those. And we never did any sort of search on it. So it either had to be reading our minds or listening in, whether it was her phone, my phone, or one of the computers, I don't know. But somehow it was listening in. Or perhaps like Alexa, it knows what we're thinking.
Just happens to know.
Yeah, so Amazon's engineers are tweaking Alexa's algorithm to help the virtual assistants guess users' requests and offer to resolve them before they even make a demand.
Wow, crazy.
How do you do that? So they say it's just an AI algorithm that can just basically understand the things you've looked for in the past and then just know what you're going to be looking for in the future.
Yeah, we've known that this has been coming. It's just like it's in our face now.
It sure is. It's just, you know, it's analyzing all the past data and knowing what you're going to do next.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. And we see this Japanese shop deploying laser-guided robots to check people, make sure they're wearing their face masks. Now we saw giant ones of these the size of, as a bird just hit the window there. That was strange. We saw giant ones of these the size of trucks
Yes.
in Vegas.
Yes.
That was wild. But this is the little guy that's going to tattletale on you.
Yes, I call him the Tattlebot.
The Tattlebot. Yep. His name is Rabovi, and he comes equipped with preloaded information about a shop's layout, and will go and tattle on you if you're not masked.
But he looks so cute.
He does. And then we have EdgeQ raises $51 million to fuse AI compute and 5G with a single chip. And then where are they going to put that chip?
Well, I know where they can stick it.
Oh, okay. There she goes.
Sorry.
This AI-powered parking garage rewards you for not driving. So they're using artificial intelligence to put a price on parking, and a test is underway in Munich. There's definitely good uses you can make for AI, and I don't think AI has to be naturally evil. But when you look at the controllers of the globe, then that makes you worry.
All of this money could be putting into, say, help the homeless, put in community gardens, put in, things that will work with the earth to harmonize how we live. But no, they're doing this.
It's just that, nonstop road towards the singularity. So, again, it's all about control. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. We couldn't do it without you guys. And anybody that wants to set up a time for an appointment with us, just reach out to us at EEARTS@protonmail.com. As always, God bless and namaste.
Namaste.